Welcome back. This is the Curiosity Clips where Oscar the Otter and Tanis, your tour guide, are answering your questions about the aquarium and our very favorite things about living on the St. Lawrence River. Today's question, a very good question, comes from Maisie and her grandma Heather, her baba Heather. Let's take a listen.
Maisie would like to know, why is it called a dinosaur fish?
Dinosaurs? We do have dinosaurs. Well, we kind of have dinosaurs. Let's go take a look. When we say dinosaur fish, we are usually referring to our Longnose Gar. Sometimes you'll hear us say prehistoric fish. We call them this because Longnose Gar have been found in the fossil records dating back 200 million years. So that means there were Longnose Gar on Earth at the same time as there were dinosaurs. Let's look at a few of the neat features that helped Gar survive so well for so long. The first survival feature is their scales. Longnose Gar have very specialized scales. Their scales aren't thin and see-through like on most fish. They're actually thick and bony. What's neat is that the scales interlock to produce a virtual suit of armor, leaving the Gar with very few natural predators. Why? Because almost nothing can bite through those scales. Another great survival feature is the number of eggs the Gar can lay. Gar lay a lot of eggs at once. Scientists have reported that adult females can lay more than 30,000 eggs every year. And they often live more than 17 years. That's a lot of eggs. More eggs means a better chance of the species surviving, right? Well, not necessarily. Fish eggs are usually gobbled up by other fish and carnivores as soon as they're laid, and for very good reason. They're very nourishing. But, and here's survival tip number 3, the eggs that are laid by Longnose Gar are poisonous. Poisonous to fish, poisonous to mammals, poisonous to humans. No one wants to eat Gar eggs. Another unique survival feature is the Gar's breathing. Gar, like all fish, breathe by taking oxygen from the water. But if there isn't enough oxygen in the water, maybe the water's too muddy, they can lift their head out of the water to take a gulp of air. In fact, Gar can actually survive completely out of water for many hours as long as their bodies stay moist. How about one last survival feature? It's their hunting. Gar are very slow-moving fish that lay low in the water waiting for food to come to them. They're called ambush hunters. And because they use very little energy every day, they don't actually have to eat as often as other animals. Animals that are constantly on the move, like an otter or a mouse, have a very high metabolism. But not the Gar. This means that if times are tough and food is scarce, Gar can last a very long time without eating. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? And that's why for over 200 million years, there have been Longnose Gar on Earth. Of course, we have Gar right here in the St. Lawrence River, in the Ottawa River, and in some of the lakes and streams in between. We also have a very fabulous Gar exhibit at the aquarium, and we hope you can come and visit it soon. 200 million years? That is a long time. They've lived longer than T-Rex and raptors and all those dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park movies. Can you believe that, Oscar? That was a great question, Maisie. If you guys have a question and you'd like to find out more, just send it to our social media channels and we'll do our very best to answer on our next Curiosity Clips. If you'd like to keep exploring, take a look at the Learning Zone on the Aquarium's website for lots of fun workshops, great activities, and of course, freebies.